Yo, 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 welcome back, people. Welcome back. It's your boy Jay Jordan back in the building for another preseason watch along. Salute to everybody joining here this evening. Well, as you see on the screen, we're here for the Atlanta Dream versus the Indiana Fever. This game is live on League Pass for free. The people voted. I put a poll out on in the community tab on YouTube asking which game did the people want to see, because also as of yesterday they said they were going to be streaming the New York Liberty versus Connecticut Sun game on YouTube without any commentary or anything. But so I asked the people wanted this game. So for preseason, I will go against watching my Liberty, and we will be watching the Atlanta Dream versus the Indiana Fever. Yakini, salute, salute, salute. What's going on? Hope all is well in your part of the world. I'm trying to look at these starting lineups. I've been monitoring what the teams have been posting. So I put a mock starting lineup up so far. The people who I think will start for this preseason game. So I'll keep checking and updating as we go along. So once I get the confirmation, I will update it and we'll go through the starting lineups. Well, in some breaking news, I guess you could call it breaking news. The WNBA officially released a press release for the charter flights that they're planning on instituting for this season and next season. They sent out they presented the press release today. The provider will be Delta Airlines. So they will be riding on charters provided by Delta. The number is in the range of 25 million a year for the charter flights. So congrats to the W. I guess the funding came through with all the heightened eyes on the game. So I'm happy for these players that they will be able to ride comfortably to and from their places of work instead of trudging through the airport and being potentially harassed like Brittany Griner was last year, like Caitlin Clark was early on in this preseason. Other news, in terms of players being waived, the Dallas Wings waived Katrina Pardee about 20 or so minutes ago. Washington waived Honesty Scott Grayson today. Minnesota waived Quenisha Lockett, Kiki Jefferson, and Ruthie Hubbard today as well. So as we get closer to the May 13th final cut dates, players will be getting waived. So just because your player has survived so far, your favorite player, doesn't necessarily mean they'll be there in the end. But keep hope alive. All right, I'm on the Atlanta Dream Twitter account, trying to see if they released any information. I don't see anything yet. Let's check out the Indiana Fever account. All right, they released that. Starting lineup, I think I got it right. Yep. Oh, no, I don't have it right. They changed up some things. So the starting lineup for the Indiana Fever, I'll update it shortly, is Caitlin Clark, Christy Wallace, Katie Lou Samuelson, Nalissa Smith, and Aaliyah Boston. They released that about 3 minutes ago, so I'll get that updated for us now. Dream, we going up this year. You got a squad? Yeah. For your sake, I hope so. Yeah, I got a nice little squad. I'm not even gonna lie. It's gonna be interesting to see who you guys keep on y'all team. I'm gonna update the starting lineups now. So we got Caitlin Clark, we got Christy Wallace, we got Katie Lou. I guess Katie Lou getting some burn today. Katie Lou Samuelson. And we got Nalissa Smith and Aaliyah Boston. All right. See how that looks? Cool. Post that. All right, so that is updated. Let me update the bench now that we know Katie Lou is starting. So we'll put Erica Wheeler here. And who else? Christy Wallace is out, and we'll put I gotta fix her name. I butchered her name. And I'll put Lexi. I think that's yep, and that's right. So that's saved. Let me fix that for Christy Wallace. No disrespect to her. Christy. Save. All right, cool. There we go. So for Indiana, those starters are updated. They are updated. Just waiting on Atlanta now. I keep searching their page. Let's see if they finally release who's starting. Don't see anything yet. Let me check ESPN, see if ESPN updated it. There's another game going on. It's the New York versus Connecticut game. That game is live on YouTube. On the Connecticut Sun YouTube page. I will be monitoring that as well. I'm gonna keep keeping an eye on the score, but I will. I'm having it recorded so I can go back and watch it after this game is over, so I can see the rookies and see if we improve from that beatdown that we got on what day was that? Tuesday against the Chicago Sky. That was pretty embarrassing. So I want to put that behind us. All right, cool. So I got that recording. All right, cool. We good there. Let's see what Atlanta talking about. See if they released the starters yet. Well, since they haven't released the starters, we'll talk about the injury report. So for the Dream, Jordan Canada, they said she's a game time decision, but they said she's dealing with a hand injury. So she's out. Lorella Kubai, she's coming back from her. I think she's still overseas with her overseas team, so she is not with the team at the moment. For the Fever, Kelsey Mitchell is still dealing with the ankle. Oh, it says Erica Wheeler is out, I guess, for rest. And Damiris Dantes is not with the team. RC, my boy, salute. So it looks like Erica Wheeler is out as well. She's not even on the bench. I guess they're giving her a rest. And trying to see what the other players can contribute. So I'll get that updated as well. So as I mentioned, this game is live on League Pass. But I hope you stay tuned in here. It's the last game for both teams for the preseason. Beulah, what's going on? Salute. Good to see you. It's the last game of the preseason for both teams. So, I'm excited for this one. RC says, Jay, could you believe it? I'm cheating on Caitlin with Kate Martin. Damn, don't let her find out, bro. You don't want to get in trouble there. It's looking like for now that Kate Martin is we never know what could happen, but at this moment she survived the first two cuts, so she could potentially make the Aces team if all goes well. Let me add Erica Wheeler to the injury report or out report. Let me see what the reason they're giving for her being out today. Probably just rest, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's just rest. Right, so that's good. This thing just sabotage me here. All right, updating that now for us so we can have the correct lineups here. I was still looking for what's this team name? The Atlanta Dream for their lineups. Yeah, Christy getting the start. Yeah, bro. That was a shock to me. The Liberty are playing on YouTube on the Connecticut Sun page. Is Liberty versus Connecticut. The Connecticut Sun are streaming that game on YouTube. They did preface it by saying there will be no commentary, no like camp production crew. But since the people been clamoring for it, they said, since y'all want to see it, we'll give it to you as best as we can. So if you do want to watch that, that game is live on the Connecticut Sun's YouTube channel. I have it monitoring right here beside me, I should say, so I can see if this team made any improvements from last time. So we shall see. All right, cool. The time is now 6:57, 6:58 here on the East Coast. So this game should be starting shortly. Let's see if Atlanta updated their lineups yet. I feel like Atlanta be taking forever to update them. And the game tips off in about 3 minutes for both games. 3 minutes for both games. We should get tip off. RC. I have it here on the screen, just monitoring it for League Pass. Let's see. Still waiting on Atlanta. I know Alicia Gray definitely starting. They're doing the starting lineups now. I see Alicia Gray. I see Cheyenne Parker. I see Rhyne Howard. I see Haley Jones. And I guess I missed the last person actually. All right, so this game should be starting shortly. We are about 2 minutes out. 2 minutes out from both games. As you can see, I have the Liberty Connecticut Sun score ticker below, so it will be updating with the score, so we can keep an eye on both. RC's prediction. Let me make sure I add this here so the people can see what this man is saying. RC says Caitlin going for 30. Aaliyah gonna hit for 20. All right, that's the prediction. What is everybody's prediction? Do we think Indiana? Do we think Atlanta? What do we think? What do we think? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Make sure I got my volume up so I can at least hear a little bit what they got going on here. All right, they're showing all the pregame festivities here. Man, it looks like it's pretty packed over there. In Indiana, the game is being played in Indiana. Yakini says Atlanta for the win. Clark has no 20, not no 30. All right. All right, so we are good to go. The game should be starting. Oh, they're still showing some commercials here. Still showing some commercials. All right, so I think this lineup is correct. The only person I'm unsure about is Tina Charles. I don't know if they're starting her or not. By the time they went to the broadcast, they already passed the other person. But Haley Jones, Alicia Gray, Ryan, and Cheyenne Parker. I gotta add her last name. For the future are the starters. We got long wings when we need some double screens. Oh yeah, y'all definitely do. Y'all definitely do. All right, cool. Man, those streets of Indiana look empty. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Not even gonna lie. They just showed a top down of the arena. It look empty over there. All right, I'm ready. Let me make sure all my stuff is working here. Make sure I think I tested it already, but just to verify, I don't want no issues when we start scoring some things. Make sure the score bug is working. Let's see. All right, they both work perfect. All right, we good to go. Good to go. All right, let me close that. Close that. Close that. All right, I'm ready. I say Atlanta win this game. That is my prediction. The home team. Let me take a point away. Cool. That'll be good. Haley Jones, Cheyenne Park. Oh, yeah, I was right. Haley Jones, Alicia Gray, Rhyne Howard, Tina Charles, and Cheyenne Parker Tyus. I got put some respect on Cheyenne Parker. RC says Indiana ain't got nothing but Caitlin Clark, cow, cigarettes, and crooked cow. This guy is crazy. Come on, man. Put some respect on Indiana. James, salute, my guy. What's good? What's good? Let me get off of this before I sabotage myself. So the game is about to tip off. Is Aaliyah Boston versus Cheyenne, and we're off, people. Atlanta at Indiana. Final game of the preseason for both teams. Christy Wallace handoff to Katie Lou. Katie Lou drives on Haley. Aaliyah Boston 18-footer from the right wing, and we're on the board. Aaliyah Boston hits a nice 18-foot jump shot, and the Fever are on the board. Haley Jones with the ball. Haley Jones guarded by Caitlin. Over to Cheyenne Parker. Over to Rhyne. Back to Haley. Haley guarded by Aaliyah Boston. She picks up her dribble. Good pass to Tina Charles, and Tina Charles makes the layup. And it just like that, it's 2-2. Good start for both teams. Good plays to start the game. Let me put this Liberty game down. Caitlin Clark, deep three and off the back rim. What was that? Rhyne Howard with the rebound. Rhyne Howard pushing it up, guarded by Christy Wallace. Hezzy dribble, stops. Fall away jumper, short, rebound. Aaliyah Boston tips it to Caitlin Clark, and they call a foul on Tina Charles. RC, of course, bro. That's what I'm here for, bro. To help the people who can't reach these games. That's what I'm here for. So it was a foul on Tina Charles holding Aaliyah Boston's arm, and we have our first foul of the game. Ball in play with Caitlin Clark, guarded by Alicia Gray. Down to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah puts her in the post on Tina. Spins over the left shoulder, picks up her dribble, up and misses. Rebound Rhyne Howard. Rhyne Howard out to Alicia Gray, left wing, 1-2, layup, and they call a foul on Caitlin Clark, I believe. So Alicia Gray going to the line for the first free throws of the game. That might be on Alyssa Smith, actually. Yeah, the foul on Alyssa Smith. Alicia Gray for the first free throw, and she misses. Man says, Enrique Kobe Clark be gunning. You know that. Yakini says, Haley a good PG. I just wish he could shoot. Yeah, I think that was her. Yeah, that's been her weakness coming out. And Alicia Gray hits the second. And it's 3-2 Atlanta. Caitlin Clark over to Aaliyah Boston, top of the key. Christy Wallace coming off the screen. And Rhyne Howard just rips the ball right out of her hand. Rhyne Howard on the break. They get back. And Indiana, great defense. Katie Lou tips the ball and they steal it. Caitlin Clark crossing half court. That was great recovery. Oh, Caitlin tries one of her bounce passes and it gets picked off. Atlanta back the other way. Alicia Gray over to Rhyne. Rhyne, right wing, 3, misses. And Alyssa Smith with the rebound. Then Alyssa Smith, left side of the floor, guarded by Cheyenne. She takes it right at Cheyenne. Gets that shot punched and rebound Tina Charles. Haley Jones going the other way. It's back and forth now. Haley Jones, handoff to Alicia. Alicia, left wing 3, cash. Alicia Gray, 6'2" in Atlanta. Caitlin Clark quickly back up the floor. Quick 3, and she misses. Rims in and out, and ball out of bounds, stays with Indiana. Yukini says, Clark going to have a long day on defense, which will take away from her offense. Yeah, they really putting the pressure on her early. RC says, real talk, do you think CC should be more aggressive or less aggressive? I think she should be. And Caitlin Clark just throws it right out off Alicia Gray's leg, and it goes out of bounds. I think she should be. I think the way she's playing is fine. She's picking and choosing when she wants to shoot her deep three, trying to get Aaliyah involved. So I think she should just pick her spots better. Katie Lou tries to inbound and it goes out of bounds, and not out of bounds. Atlanta steals it. Rhyne Howard guarded by Caitlin, the 2 number 1 picks. Oh, Cheyenne Parker fall away jumper rims it in and good. 8-2 Atlanta. Christy Wallace with the ball, right wing. Rhyne Howard guarding Caitlin. Now they throwing a bunch of different defenders at her. Aaliyah Boston, top of the key, handoff to Caitlin. Caitlin right into the paint. Caitlin layup is good, and Caitlin's on the board. Came off the screen from Aaliyah Boston. Clear lane to the basket and finishes over the length. Haley Jones with the ball. Haley gets tripped up by Caitlin Clark. That was a nice screen by Aaliyah. She gets right to the paint. That's where she'll need to work on that floater a little bit when she gets into that 8 to 10 foot range. Just get that floater. But she took it right to the basket and scored. So who am I to say anything? Keep doing you, girl. Yeah, Yakini. Just as I was saying, yeah, she got to take it to the bucket, which will open up. They'll try to hang back. And Alicia Gray, wide open layup off the inbound. And Atlanta scores again. RC says put Grace into the game for Christy. Aaliyah Boston 8-footer is good. Right in the middle of the paint. They brought the double. She was wide open. Rhyne Howard over to Alicia. Back to Rhyne. Rhyne wide open 3 left wing, and she hits her 3. It's going back and forth here. 13-6 Dream. 2 for 3 from 3 already. Caitlin Clark comes off the screen. 3 off the back rim, and Haley Jones with the rebound. Alicia Gray was on the floor for some reason. Tina Charles, good pass to Cheyenne Parker on the break. That was great basketball right there. And Atlanta is clicking. 15-6 Dream. And James says, here we go with the flopping. Christy Wallace. Over to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa Smith looking for Caitlin. Caitlin gets the ball. Caitlin, good pass to Nalissa. Nalissa wide open, and she scores. That was a great bounce pass from Caitlin to Nalissa, rolling to the basket, and Indiana scores again. Cheyenne Parker cooking, fouled. They quickly got back up the floor. Cheyenne Parker sealed her defender and scores. Potential 3-point play on the way. Yeah, so Caitlin, they stunned the double at Caitlin. She finds Aaliyah Boston right in front of the basket. 8-foot little push shot. Easy money. So we got Cheyenne Parker Tyus at the line to complete the 3-point play. And she rattles it in. Ball in play. Let's see. Any subs were made? Yes. It looks like Temi Fagbenle in the game for Nalissa Smith. Everybody, and Lexi held in for Katie Lou. Temi drives on her and on Cheyenne and gets blocked. Tina Charles rebound out to Haley Jones. Haley crossover on Lexi Hull. Puts her in the post. Looking for the pass. Tries to pass it. Comes off a foot. They don't call kickball. Aaliyah Boston with the steal. They have numbers. Lexi Hull, left wing 3 and misses. Temi with the rebound. Over to Christy Wallace, back to Caitlin Clark, top of the key. 5 minutes to go. Approaching 5 minutes, I should say. Aaliyah Boston by the foul line, guarded by Tina. She tries to drive on Tina. Post her up. Goes post move, right hand hook. And they call a shot clock violation. Shot clock violation. And a timeout has been called. 18-8 Atlanta. I think every player has scored for the Dream so far. It's been a pretty up and down game. Pretty up and down. That's what you like to see. As you can see, New York. Oh, New York's actually playing basketball today. 14-9 Liberty. I'm not looking at any box scores for nobody because I want to, after this game, I'm going to replay the video I have recording so I can watch it with a clear mind. Yakini says, just imagine if we had Jordan Canada. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jordan Canada with this squad. Y'all gonna be a problem. I'm not gonna lie. Where did I? Let me look at my sheet here. Me, RC, and a couple other folks were on going through the rankings. Let me see what I have for y'all. I got y'all as 7th seed. I got Atlanta finishing at the 7th seed. And that was before we know who's getting picked up, who's getting cut. I see y'all picked up Crystal Dangerfield. Y'all traded for her, Yakini. So that's gonna be interesting for your backup point guard slot. It's gonna be really interesting. RC says, "Why you doing Fever? Only the Liberty." Yeah, man. Only for the preseason. I put a vote out there on the YouTube. I asked the folks who they wanted to see. They wanted to see this Dream Fever game or the Liberty Sun game, and the people spoke and they wanted the Fever game. That's only for preseason, people. This is primarily, as you can see, I got over there. Got my Liberty hat, Liberty flag, Liberty stuff. I can't get used to this mirroring stuff, but during the season, if the Liberty are on at another time, the Liberty will take precedence. Just letting y'all know that from now. Yakini, I think she's is the Dream. She said you're going before. You got LV, New York, and Seattle. I think what we have here, we have Vegas, Liberty. I put an asterisk by the Sun at 3. And then I have Storm at 4, Mercury 5, Link 6, Dream 7, Fever 8, Dallas 9. I think RC said Lynx at 4, Storm at 5, Fever at 6. RC said he's I'm choosing to do my Aces over the Fever. Yeah, man. Hopefully the Aces can figure out something for their game tomorrow in South Carolina against the Puerto Rico team. I think that game's tomorrow if I remember correctly. Game back at play. Subs have been made. Destiny Henderson is in the game. Cheyenne still in the game. Rhyne still in the game. That looks like Nas Hillman. And looks like Rhyne hits a that was Rhyne. Rhyne hits a jumper. 20-8 Dream. Aaliyah Boston hand off to Christy. Oh, Christy Wallace. That's a foul. That looked like a push off. Oh, that's Aerial Powers. I was like, yo, who is that? Aerial Powers in the game as well. Destiny Henderson fouls Christy Wallace. It looks like a push off by Christy Wallace, but they call it. Yeah, that's why I had Fever at 8 as well. Christy Wallace hits the first free throw. Right. Yeah. Yeah, Yakini, you're absolutely right. Las Vegas is a different animal. We've seen what they've done already. Their work history speaks for itself. Their work speaks for itself. Henderson handoff to Rhyne, over to Aerial Powers, back to Cheyenne. Man, these schemes look good. Rhyne guarded by Christy Wallace, step back 3, misses, and rebound, tip to Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin Clark with the ball. Quick pass out to Christy. That was a tough pass, and it goes out of bounds, stays Indiana ball. Yeah, Erica Wheeler in street clothes. She not hooping tonight. She getting herself ready for the season. Lexi held the inbound across from the Indiana bench, and Caitlin with the ball. Caitlin looking for a player, gets the screen from Aaliyah Boston. Deep 3, Caitlin, and front rims it. Lexi Hull chases it down. Lexi Hull out to Temmie. Temmie for 3, and she front rims it. Rebound, Aerial Powers. Aerial Powers out to, oh, wow. And who was that? Nas Hillman? I don't know who that was, actually. They got some players on the floor that I'm not familiar with. Hold on. And ball back in play. Oh, it's Nia Coffey. Nia Coffey in the game as well. And there's a foul called on Aerial Powers. Christy Wallace to the bench. Katie Lou in the game for Aaliyah Boston. and Alyssa Smith in the game for Christy Wallace. All right, ball inbounded with Indiana. Caitlin Clark with the rock. Caitlin Clark guarded by Aerial Powers. She gets the screen from Alyssa Smith. Over to Alyssa. Foul line jumper is good. That was a great play. Caitlin, they send a double at her, or they try to hedge on Caitlin, and she passes it out of it. Destiny Henderson, corner to Aerial Powers, right in front of Dream bench, and she buries a three. 23-12, Dream. And wow, Indiana gets quickly up the court, and Temi Fagbenle scores. I looked down for a second, I looked up, and she was at the basket scoring. Destiny Henderson with the ball. Henderson drives, passes it off to Coffey, over to Aerial Powers. Gets the screen from Cheyenne. Aerial Powers, step back, foul. It rolls around and falls out. She gets fouled on the jump shot. Aerial Powers, fouled by Lexi Hull, going to the line for 2 free throws. So let me look at the box score right quick. So we got Cheyenne Parker with 7, Tina Charles with 2, Alicia Gray with 6, Rhyne Howard with 5. Haley hasn't scored, but she has 3 assists. And only Aerial Powers has scored from the bench. She hits the first free throw. It's actually 2:50 to go in the first quarter. I'm at 2:41 on my timer, but it's actually 2:50 to go. Caitlin fans be like, Kinder voice, I don't want it. Nah, you a fool. You a fool for that. Aerial Powers hits the second. Man said, they not like us. Caitlin Clark brings the ball quickly up the floor. She drives, gets fouled, and one. Caitlin Clark all the way to the basket, gets fouled, converts the layup, and one. And the Fever have it to single digits. That was a good drive by Caitlin. Destiny was pressuring her all the way up the court. She used her speed, blew right by her. Nobody closes out. And she completes the 3-point play. So we're at Destiny Henderson, passes to Aerial Powers. She gets into the paint, drop off, and they don't call a foul. That looks like Letitia, I think. That looks like a Letitia Amma here. And she scores. It's 27-17. Caitlin Clark passed to Alyssa. They try to do high-low. Temi goes up. She does the fake pass. They all look, and she scores. That was a great fake by Temi. And I think she has 6 points now. Oh, good steal by Indiana. Alyssa Smith drives 1-2. They call a foul, and Alyssa Smith goes to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Caitlin Clark comes off the screen. They send the hedge. Alyssa Smith high-low with Temi. She does the fake pass. Got people looking the whole opposite way, and she scores. So Alyssa Smith at the line for 2 free throws. Temi is up to 4 points so far. Off the bench, 2 for 4. Alyssa Smith for the first free throw, and she's short. That looks short coming out of her hand. RC says, I'm trying to figure out if I'm still sure that the Fever can make the playoffs. Caitlin's great, but can she lift them to the playoffs? Listen, man. That's why I got them at 8, bro. Before we even did that sheet, I said 8 and 9, fighting for that final seed. So I'm going to stick to that. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And Alyssa hits the second free throw, ball back in play. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. A 7-point game. That's Nia Coffey top over to Letitia Amma here. Hand off to Aerial Powers. Guarded tight by Lexi Hull. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Down in the paint to Naz Hillman. Spin move. Left hand. Oh, she smokes it. And rebound Alyssa Smith. Over to Katie Lou. Katie Lou, 3. That looked off from the time she shot it. How's that Indiana ball? Lexi Hull doing what she does, being aggressive, chasing after loose balls, and stays with the Fever. Keeney says borderline team. Yeah. Katie Lou out there just doing cardio, bro. She getting her miles in. That's it. trying to get her steps in. As I say that, and she gets fouled. As I say that, she gets fouled trying to shoot a layup. Fouled by Nia Coffey. So Katie Lou at the line for 2 free throws. Yukini says, I think they will shoot too much instead of playing team basketball. Yeah, I think once they get down, they'll start trying to shoot a lot. I think that will happen. Katie Lou breaks the first free throw. It's 27-20. 27-20. Katie Lou for the second, and she hits the second. Ball back in play with the Dream. Aerial Power splits the double. Look, and it goes out of bounds off the Dream. She tried to pass it to Letitia, got a couple deflections, and ball goes out of bounds. 27-21. Ball inbounded. Caitlin with the ball. Destiny Henderson full court press on her. Full court press. Caitlin tries to spin off. She gets the screen from Temi. And Alyssa Smith right in front of the Indiana bench. She does a jab step, tries to drive, pass, and she passes it right out of bounds. Looking for a foul call. Doesn't get it. But she passes it right out of bounds. Destiny out and Crystal Dangerfield in. Crystal Dangerfield just played with Dallas the other day. Now she's playing with the Dream. And ball inbounded. Crystal Dangerfield running the point. Handoff to Aerial Powers. Tina Charles is in the game as well. Nia Coffey with the ball back to Aerial Powers. They're looking for Tina in the post. Caitlin guarding Aerial Powers. Aerial drives, and they call a foul on Caitlin Clark. Or is it on Alyssa? It looked like Caitlin was complaining. But let me see who they called it on. They called it on Caitlin. So Caitlin Clark, I think she already has 2 fouls so far in the first quarter. Caitlin Clark, no, she just has 1. She just has 1 foul. Aerial Powers at the line. She breaks the first free throw. Christy Wallace back into the game. Christy Wallace back into the game. Yeah, it's gonna be a long game for her. You're right, Yakini. Christy Wallace into the game and she hits the second. Ball back in play. It's 28-21. Christy Wallace running the point. Over to Katie Lou. They look like a travel. They don't call it. Katie Lou, as we said, she out here doing cardio, and the ball goes out of bounds. Off. They say it stays with Indiana. Jay, did hear or see Sabrina was doing on Diva? Nah, bro. If you talk about this game or the last game, that's for Sabrina RC. Temi with the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pass it to Christy. Christy Wallace back to Temi. Temi. Oh, she smokes the layup. Rebound Tina Charles. Crystal Dangerfield with the ball. Over to Tina Charles. She shoots a long 3. Back rim. Rebound Letitia Amahir back out to Crystal Dangerfield. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Crystal Dangerfield. Mid-range jump shot is good. Ball back in play. Shot clock is off. 15 seconds to go. Christy Wallace brings it across half court. Christy Wallace, left-hand drive on her. She passes out to the corner. Lexi Hall, wide open 3, and she buries it. 3 seconds to go. 2 seconds to go. 1 second, and they don't get a shot off. And that's how the first quarter ends. At the end of the first quarter, Atlanta 30, Indiana 24. Segundo Vasquez says, "Love you, Caitlin Clark." Oh, the Liberty Sky game. Yeah, she was getting abused, bro. She was getting absolutely abused by Dana Evans and Marina. It don't matter who it was. All their guards were cooking. Dana hit her with the, I'm gonna go take the screen, wham, right to the basket on the baseline layup. She was chopped liver. She looked confused on some plays. It was all bad, bro. I like you said that during the live stream, they need to burn that game tape. I burnt that game tape. Segundo, salute, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So I do it for the people. Do it for the people. All right, we're at end of the first quarter break. I'm getting everything set up for the second quarter. Yeah, Marina looked good. Marina, if she could stay healthy and that team could be making some noise, I could see her being an all-star. She was cooking over in the EuroLeague this year. She played. I mean, she I think she was in EuroLeague. I think I seen her. I think she was on that stacked team they got in Turkey. Fenerbahce or whatever it's called. Let me verify that before I'm spreading false information. Marina Mabry. Can't even type right now. Marina Mabry, Fener. Yep. Yeah, she played for Fenerbahce in EuroLeague. And I think they won the EuroLeague, Fenerbahce. I was watching that game. Because I was trying to scout Kennedy Burke from the Liberty. She was playing for the team that lost. James, salute, bro. James said he shared the screen. Shared the stream. Appreciate you, bro. While everybody's here, make sure you like and subscribe. I do this all season. I'm primarily, as you can see by all the paraphernalia around me, Liberty to the death. So it'll be primarily Liberty streams, but if there isn't a Liberty stream on that day, I will do my best to stream all the other teams in the league. So just make sure your notification bells are on. Hey, cuz, what's going on? So you know whenever I post a stream. I also made a Discord channel. It should be in the description. Discord server. I post in there when I'm going to be streaming certain games. I put different polls in there. We can discuss all W stuff in there as well. So Discord link is in the description. If it doesn't work, let me know. I know I had some issues with it in the past. But we're starting the second quarter, people. Atlanta starts the quarter with the ball. It's Crystal Dangerfield, Alicia Gray, Letitia Amahere, Rhyne Howard, and Tina Charles. Tina Charles in the post, guarded by Aaliyah Boston. These two have been going at it. Shoots the midi over her head and scores. 32-24. The second-year player versus the vet. Tina Charles used to play for the Liberty, used to play for the Storm, used to play for... What she used to play for? Used to the Mercury. Tina Charles used to play all over. But salute the legend. Aaliyah Boston in the paint against her. She goes right back at her and scores. She said, anything you can do, I can do better. 32-26. Crystal Dangerfield in the post to Rhyne Howard. Guarded by Lexi Hull. Rhyne, one leg, tries to go fall away, misses. And looks like it goes out on the Fever. It stays dream ball. Stays with the dream. RC says right now, small barbecue running on across my notes. I just seen your comment, bro. Man, over here in New York, the weather, it was barbecue weather. Yesterday, it was like 85 degrees. It's crazy. If it's like that in beginning of May, summer is about to be painful. Cheyenne Parker into the game for Letitia Amahere. Ball to Alicia Gray. She shoots and scores. Let me see if my game's still recording. Don't tell me this thing locked. Yes, it did. I don't know what happened there. Let me see. Oh, the video's unavailable. Dang, that sucks. I guess it looks like that Connecticut stream went down. Alicia Gray with the ball. Over to Rhyne Howard. Rhyne Howard, left wing three. Oh, she banks it in from the left wing. She had to give the shrug. She was like, I ain't mean that, but listen, it counts all the same. Christy Wallace comes back to get the ball, and she's running point. It looks like they're gonna have Christy Wallace as their backup point. Oh no, because Erica Wheeler's not playing today. Lexi Hull with the save. They almost steal it. Lexi Hull turns it over as I say that. Rhyne Howard with the steal. She's on my fantasy team. Rhyne Howard drives and a blocking foul on Lexi Hull. 37-26. Rhyne Howard. Lexi Hull tried to slide in, take the charge, and she did not get. She gets called for the blocking foul. It's my first year doing WNBA fantasy. I finally found people who my boys actually wanted to do it this year. So I got Rhyne Howard on the squad. So Rhyne Howard at the line, going to shoot 2 free throws. Let me run the clock a little bit. It's actually 8:08 on the clock. She hits the first. Celeste, we have a Celeste Taylor sighting. Celeste Taylor, the rookie out of Ohio State, I believe. This is her last chance to prove something. She's into the game. Rhyne Howard rattles in the second. 39-26, ball inbounded. So we have Christy Wallace, Aaliyah Boston, Nalissa Smith, Celeste Taylor, and that looks like Katie Lou for the Indiana Fever. Christy Wallace over to Nalissa. Nalissa guarded by Cheyenne. Back to Christy Wallace. Christy Wallace, corner to Celeste. Celeste, 3. Back rims it. Rebound, Tina Charles. Hand off to Crystal Dangerfield, and they call a foul. Segundo says tornadoes here in Nashville. Oh, geez. I did see the middle of the country there was getting battered by a bunch of storms. I hope you stay safe out there. Everybody on the, I guess, what's that called? It's not really the South. What is that? It's not the Midwest. Is it the Midwest? I don't think so. What do you classify that as? But y'all stay safe out there. And there's a foul called on Tina Charles on Aaliyah Boston. These two have been going at it. So Tina Charles going to the line for 2 free throws. Tina Charles for the first. Cash, and she hits the first. Grace Berger sighting. Grace Berger into the game for Christy Wallace. Haley Jones back into the game for the Dream. So the starters are back into the game for the Dream. Tina Charles hits the second. And ball back in play. Oh, it's the South. Thank you. And Alyssa Smith, nobody picks her up. She gets around the screen and gets right to the basket and scores. 41-28. Alicia Gray, guarded by Celeste Taylor, guarding her. Tina Charles, step back on Aaliyah. She's short. Rebound Alyssa Smith over to Grace Berger. Grace over to Celeste. Celeste drives. Finds Grace. Alyssa Smith, top of the key. Oh, goes behind the back. Cheyenne falls. Oh! Yikes. Cheyenne tried to guard. She went behind the back. Cheyenne ends up on the floor, and she hits the floater. Nice move by Nalissa. It's 41-30. Rhyne Howard, mid-range jumper, off. And they let it go out of bounds. They got to show that replay. Nalissa's on the first play. She gets all the way to the basket, gets the layup. That second play, she catches it, pump fake, behind the back. Sorry, Cheyenne, get up. Floater, cash. Yeah, screw it. Yeah, you got to screw your face up after that one. That was nice. Ball in play with the Fever. Grace Berger running the point. Caitlin Clark back into the game. Caitlin Clark, guarded by Alicia Gray. She tries to drive. Pass to Celeste over to Grace. Nalissa Smith, top of the key, 3. Oh! And it's 41-33. Haley Jones with the ball. Oh, good crossover on Grace. She tries to drive, throws the floater up, and they call another foul. Man, they calling a lot of fouls today compared to that Dallas game. It's like everything's a foul. So Haley Jones going to the line for 2 free throws. Let me see. Did something really happen with this game? Stop. Uh, 42. She hits the first free throw. 1 second, guys. I just want to make sure. I was trying to watch this game here, but it says this video is unavailable. She hits both free throws. Yes, Clark. No, Clark hasn't hit a 3 yet. I haven't seen her hit a 3 yet. She's hit a couple layups. Grace Berger with the ball. Grace Berger down to Nalissa Smith. Baseline jumper is off. Haley. Oh, Celeste Taylor tries to get it, and it goes out of bounds. Yeah, Segundo. Caitlin started. Caitlin has played. Caitlin's on the floor right now, actually. Ball back and play with the Dream. Caitlin guarding Alicia Gray. Alicia Gray takes it right to her. Fall away jumper. Foul line is good. That's what Alicia Gray does. Oh, I added to the wrong team. Ball back in with Indiana. It's 45-33. Caitlin Clark with the ball now. Gets the screen from Aaliyah Boston. Back passes it to Aaliyah. Aaliyah directing traffic. Aaliyah handoff to Grace Berger. Grace inside the paint. One leg fall away. Ooh, that's tough. That is tough. Grace Berger with the one leg fall away. And it's 45-35. Cheyenne Parker with the ball. Cheyenne drives. Cheyenne left hand layup. Misses. Caitlin with the rebound. Caitlin outlet pass to Celeste. 1-2. Celeste gets her shot punched out of bounds. Oh, welcome to the league, Rook. Rhyne Howard chase down block on Celeste Taylor. The live stream has been terminated due to continuously unmonitored use of content that belongs to somebody else. What does that even mean? Oh, I think somebody was probably trying to pirate it, maybe. Dang, that sucks. Can y'all confirm that for me? Let me see. Let me see what the Twitterverse is saying. We in a timeout right now, people. We in a timeout right now. That's unfortunate. Let me see what the people saying. So perhaps that wasn't the initial issue with Sun Liberty YouTube stream. YouTube just shut down Connecticut's muted live stream of the preseason game. Dang. See it? Confirmed it. Oh, they have a new link. Dang it. That was 16 minutes ago. Let me see. Oh, well, I hope somebody gets the archive. I do want to watch this game. We're still in timeout, people. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. I have to go on the Twitterverse and see. We're in timeout right now, so you're not missing anything. I'm just on this other screen trying to get my Liberty feedback up. It looked like YouTube took down the first link, and they had to post a second link. Hopefully in the future, we don't have to continue to do this. Oh, they had to put it unlisted. I see. I see. I wonder how long it was down for. Right there on the screen, the Dreamer winning 45-35. Demon Slayer, thanks for tuning in. Yukini says 1 Las Vegas, 2 New York, 3 Seattle, 4 Atlanta, 5 Connecticut, 6 Lynx, 7 Chi, 8 Indiana. You got Dallas and Phoenix out. Yikes! You don't have no faith in their I guess we could put the quotes on it. Super team over there. Jeez, tough crowd. Tough crowd. All right, I got my recording going back up. All right, so be back from timeout. The link, Mom. Mom, check it. Hold on, Mom. I'm gonna send you the link. Check your phone in a second. Hold on, Mom. Next break, I'm gonna send it to you. Ball back and play with the Fever. Nalissa Smith right off the play scores, and it's 45-37. Cheyenne Parker with the ball. Cheyenne Parker jumper misses, and rebound Grace Berger. Over to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark out to Aaliyah Boston. She brings it back out, guarded by Cheyenne Parker. She throws that elbow, and they call an offensive foul. Yep, I seen that coming. She threw that elbow. I seen that coming a mile away. Hold on, Mom. I got you right now. Give me a second. I'm going to send you the link as soon as I can find it. Ball back in play, y'all. What's this? That looks like Nia Coffey over to Aerial Powers. Bricks a 3 and the ball's back in play with Indiana. Grace Berger with the ball. Grace Berger gets the screen from Aaliyah over to Nalissa. Nalissa left wing 3 and she misses. And the ball looks like it's tipped out of bounds off the Fever. It looked like Indiana. I mean, it looked like the Dream, but it's actually Indiana. Ball back in play. Haley Jones, guarded by Caitlin Clark, over to Aerial Powers, over to Nia Coffey. Nia Coffey, guarded by Celeste Taylor, back to Haley Jones, top of the key. Haley Jones, guarded by Celeste. She throws the floater over her, misses, and Nalissa Smith with the rebound. And they throw it way ahead, and they turn the ball over. That was a bad outlet pass. Dream back on the run. Ball gets deflected. Nia Coffey, left wing 3, and she shoots an air ball. Rebound by Naz Hillman. Ball back in play. Caitlin Clark with the ball. Caitlin Clark, pull up 3, and she hits her 3. Caitlin Clark. I think that's her first 3 of the game, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. 1 for 5 from 3. Haley Jones in the post. It gets deflected. She gets it back. Oh, Caitlin, a mouse in the house on Cheyenne, and she misses. Caitlin Clark with the rebound. Caitlin Clark out to Celeste. Oh, Celeste gets the ball back. Celeste dribbles it out, passes it to Aaliyah. That looked like a travel, but Grace Berger has it. Grace Berger, left-hand drive. Grace Berger, one-leg jumper, and it rattles in. Indiana creeping back. 5-point game. Mom, I sent you the link. Check your phone. Aerial Powers drives and scores. 49-42. 49-42. Caitlin Clark tying her shoe. I think somebody got knocked down. It looked like some subs are going to be made shortly. Ball inbounded. Nalissa Smith to Caitlin Clark. We're under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Yeah, they have to stop the clock. They weren't running the shot clock at all. So they're going to have to do some resetting here. Let me drink some water right quick, y'all. Thanks, Segundo. Tatiana, welcome to the stream. She says, go Powers. We got an Aerial Powers fan in the house. I've never seen one of those before. Oh, as we speak, she steals the ball. And let's see if she hits the jumper. No, she doesn't. Caitlin Clark with the rebound. Caitlin Clark pushing the ball up the court quickly. Pass to Grace Berger. Grace Berger fakes. Celeste Taylor, wide open 3. Let's see if she can hit. Oh, okay, Celeste. I think that's her first point of the preseason, if I'm not mistaken. And Atlanta immediately calls a timeout. It's a 4-point game. Wow. Indiana fighting, clawing their way back, and they have it at 4 points with 2 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the first half. So Celeste Taylor hits her first 3 of the preseason. That's interesting. Looking at the minutes now, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Leilani Correa, Maya Caldwell, not going to make this team. Celeste is on the bubble as well. Celeste might not make it either. It's going to be interesting. For those new, who's that? Wayne on the Twitch. Salute. Thanks for subscribing. It's going to be interesting, guys. May 13th is when they have to make their decisions. So, a lot of these a couple of these players are not going to be there come start of the season. Why do I have that below? What am I looking for? Oh, there we go. There we go. Put that up there. All right, we're in timeout right now, guys. You're not missing a thing. Not missing a thing. May 13th is the final cut date, Tatiana. So by at the end of May 13th, all the teams have to have their roster at 12 or below. For right now, a lot of teams still have 15, 16 players that they're working out in training camp. By the rules, you have to have a max of 12 and a minimum of 11 players on your roster by May 13th. So in the next few days, you'll see a lot of names being cut or being waived, I should say. So just be on the lookout for that. I think for these teams, let me pull up my sheet here so I could reference it. For Atlanta, yeah, it's still tryouts right now, Tatiana. It's like tryouts. So there's a few players that are guaranteed to be on the team, but those who just got drafted, those who were playing overseas, those who were undrafted, they're trying to make the team essentially, and there's limited spots right now. So unfortunately, some of these players that are playing in this game won't even be on the team come the start of the season, which starts next Tuesday. So Atlanta can have 12 players. They have 14 on the roster right now. So they still got to cut they got to cut 2 players. For Indiana can take 12 balls back in play, by the way. They still have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have to make some cuts. And ball goes out of bounds. It stays with Atlanta. Yeah, so Indiana has 12, 13, 14, 16 players. They have to get to 12 by the 13th. So a couple of these people won't be here. Zinjam, salute. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. It's just good because I'm not gonna lie, I could be biased when the Liberty are playing. I am a Liberty fan. But when it comes to other teams, I just like watching W basketball. Atlanta with the ball still. We have Naz Hillman, Haley Jones, Aerial Powers. As I say, Haley, she misses the jumper. Letitia Amber here with the rebound. Pump fake, she goes up, gets her rebound again, and she passes it out to Haley Jones. That looks like Nia Coffey, and they call a offensive foul in the paint on Letitia Amber here. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Those who just got drafted, not necessarily, like the Caitlin Clarks of the world, the Angel Reese's, Camila Cardoso's, Cam Brinks, like the top 7 are guaranteed. Not just because they're top 7, is because they're that good. So the top 7 in this draft are gonna be on a roster. Everybody else is a bubble. Nia Coffey, right wing 3 misses. Oh, Grace Berger just taps it back to Aerial Powers, and she misses. Grace Berger fighting in there against the trees and scores. Yeah, she's just going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. They're not going to just dump her because she's injured. They're going to put her on an injury sort of, basically she's going to be injured, so she's going to still be on the team. But they'll be able to pick up another player until she's back healthy. Oh, Celeste Taylor just smokes a layup. Sorry guys, I missed on the commentary, but it's Indiana ball. It's 49-45. Caitlin Clark tries to do a step back. She passes it, and they call a blocking foul on Naz Hillman. It was It was pretty hectic just now. Yeah, Cardoso is guaranteed a spot. They're just gonna put her on an injury, put her on ice, let her rest, sign somebody in her place on a hardship contract, and when she's back healthy, that player will most likely get waived and Cardoso will come back. Zen Jams, not necessarily. She's likely, but nothing is guaranteed at this moment for Kate Martin. Caitlin Clark, on the other hand, passes it down in the paint. Tammy throws it up, misses, tips it out. Celeste with the rebound. Katie Lou misses the wide open 3. Haley Jones fighting for it. And refs looking at each other. It stays with Indiana, 49-45. Cardoso hurt her shoulder in the first preseason game, Segundo. So she's out 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, like what Mitchell said, the Aces are at 12, but the roster is not set. Ball back in play with Indiana. We're approaching. Oh, they call another foul. Oh, another foul on Atlanta. 31 seconds to go. 31.4 to be exact. So that was the second foul in the last 2 minutes. Celeste Taylor going to the line for 2 free throws to cut into this lead. And Celeste hits the first free throw. Yeah. And that was the game that everybody was watching on Twitter on somebody who's streaming it from the arena. And Celeste bricks the second. And ball back in play with the Dream. 49-46. 22 seconds to go. It looks like that Connecticut stream went down again. I guess I'm just stop trying to record it. Tina Charles pump fakes, tries to go glass and misses. 12 seconds to go. Katie Lou with the rebound. Shot clock is off. Katie Lou driving. Pass to Celeste. Celeste with the ball. Celeste drives baseline. Grace Berger, 3 left wing. Oh, rolls in and out. Celeste with the rebound and scores. Celeste Taylor doing what she can to try and make this roster and closes the gap. Lisa Bach, salute on the Twitch. Salute. Thanks for subscribing. And at the end of the first half, it's Dream 49, Fever 48. Celeste Taylor with the buzzer beater gets the offensive rebound, puts it right back in. And we're at halftime, people. We are at halftime. 49-48. The Fever were getting, I think they were down by as many as 11 at one point. They kept clawing, fighting back behind Alyssa Smith. Celeste Taylor gave some good minutes as well. And they're right back in it. Roxy says Indiana still have Wheeler too, right? So they've got quite a few to cut. Yep, they have quite a few. Wheeler not getting cut. Wheeler's making like 200K this season. So even if they cut it, they would still have to pay the 200K, which doesn't really help. So she's staying. But everybody else, so we're looking at Lexi Hull, Temi Fagbenle, Celeste Taylor, Maya Caldwell, Leilani Correa, Christy Wallace, Destiny Henderson. I'm looking at why did I say Destiny Henderson? Destiny Henderson's on the Dream. Christy Wallace, Leilani Correa, Celeste Taylor, Maya Caldwell, Lexi Hull, Temi Fagbenle. We have out of those 6, and maybe I think Damiris Dantas, they gave her a protected contract, so she's safe. So they have 6 players. They have to cut, let's see, 1, 2, 3. They have to cut like 3 or 4. 13, 14, 15. Yeah, they have to cut like 3 players. So I think after this preseason game, after all the preseason games are done is when you'll start to see teams make their final roster cuts. So after this game, the Dream will make their cuts. The Fever will make their cuts. And a lot of teams, I think, who plays tomorrow? I think the Sparks play tomorrow. After that, they have some cuts to make as well. We're going to take a look at that right now, James. So everybody who just joined, thanks for joining. Watch along. I do this all year. All W season, I should say, not all year. All W season. Primarily a Liberty fan, so whenever they're playing, they'll take precedence. But anytime they're not, and I have the time, I will be doing these watch-alongs for all teams across the W, giving you some play-by-play and some league news as well. For those who joined late, the league did release the press release earlier about the charter flights. That's been the topic of conversation around the W for a while, but came more to prominence after video of Caitlin Clark walking through the airport surfaced. So the league partnered with Delta. Delta came through as the partner, the charter flight partner for the league. They're trying to get the planes in place for the start of the season, but they said early 2024 season. So in the next 2-3 weeks, who knows? All the teams should be able to fly charter. John Garrett says Celeste Taylor can play. I'm a Buckeye fan. Yeah, she can. The first game she struggled, as all rookies tend to do when they're getting thrusted into a new set of competition. But this game, she's really fighting. Thanks, Yukini, for answering that for me. Pete Gorman says, I can't wait to get the new Nike Caitlin Clark 22s. They haven't even released a model for those or anything of how they look, right? So I guess we'll see what those look like. But I know they'll be a hot commodity. Yakini, like you said, no 30 tonight, RC. No 30, bro. RC was talking about 30 piece for Caitlin. I mean, but it's still early. You never know. Yeah, Janelle. Yeah, we active tonight, girl. Remember I told you. Bill Du said, is Liberty going to be good this year? Yeah. I don't see why they wouldn't. Second place last year. Lost in the finals. We don't want to talk about that. That still scars me to this day, the way we lost. But the Liberty, they're expected to be good. I don't see them being worse than a 3-4 seed this year. But we shall see. Zinjan, I'm gonna post this comment here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Folks have to realize this is still preseason. The coaches are still evaluating. Players are getting used to each other still. Regular season is where we start judging other teams. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Demon said, do I think Caitlin Clark is overrated? No, I think she's appropriately rated. For those saying she's the GOAT of the WNBA, I think those are the more exaggerated takes. But those saying she's going to come in and average a double-double, I think that's a little exaggerated as well. But coming in, Caitlin averaging 15 and 8 isn't bad. 15 and 8 isn't bad. 17 and 8, 17 and 9 isn't bad. Like the league leader in assists last year, Courtney Vandersloot, she averaged like 8.1, 8.2 assists. So averaging 8 assists isn't bad. It's not going to be the same as in Iowa where she was averaging like 20, 25 and whatever she was. Maybe she could, but just from my opinion, I think a good first year for Caitlin is the 15 to 17 point range and averaging about 8 to 9 assists and about 4 to 5 rebounds. I think that's a decent year. And then after that, then she'll have a year under her belt playing against all these different players, and we'll advance from there. Yakini says, I need Haley to shoot or sit down. You know she's not gonna shoot unless she's super wide open. Demon said he's a Mercury fan. Bro, what do you think about your team? Your team has all these big names in the starting lineup, but then the bench is, I don't know, my friend. That bench gonna need some work. The players that get cut, will Golden State pick up? That's a good question. I'm gonna post this, Bill. The players that get cut, will Golden State pick player for their roster 2025? So at the moment, no, because they're still not an official team where they can pick up players. But when we get to the end of the season, around November, December, there's gonna be a thing called a disbursement draft, which basically means in order for Golden State to fill players for their team, they're going to have to take players from the teams around the league. So in the past, the way they did it, each team is able to protect about 5 to 6 players, and the rest of them, the new team can basically take and bring to their team. Then they'll be able to participate in the WNBA draft. They won't be the number 1 overall seed if history serves us. History serves as basically as a roadmap, but we'll see what they come up with when it comes around November, December. Yakini says 13 and 6. Yeah, I can see that as well. James says, I predict Paige Beckers to the new Golden State team. Listen, if Paige is going to be a number 1 seed, she won't make it there. Because that new team isn't going to get the number 1 overall seed. They probably won't get number 2. They'll probably get somewhere in the mid to later stages of that first round. Bill Du says we need another expansion team. Yeah, we definitely do. The commissioner did say in her press conference before the draft, they're aiming for 16 by 2028, I think she said, or 2027. So they're trying to add a team a year going forward. If you haven't watched, on my channel, I have a history of an expansion YouTube video, which explains the history of expansion from the beginning. when the league first started all the way up to present day. So if you want to learn about why the league is taking a little longer than other leagues and why teams you started here and moved here, I go through all of those steps. On the YouTube channel, it's called WNBA Expansion, Past, Present, and Future. All right, I do want to touch on this box score really quickly. Let me see if I actually have it correct here. I didn't even test to see if this actually worked, but we go for it. Hey, it does work. Perfect. I hope you guys can see that. I'll zoom in a little bit if you cannot. Zoom in as much as I can. Go on, zoom. There we go. Let me zoom out some. Zoom. All right, cool. All right, so we'll start off with the Atlanta Dream. So we got Cheyenne Parker. She has 7 points, 2 assists. Excuse me, no rebounds, which is surprising, and a steal. In 14 minutes, Tina Charles, the vet, 6 points, 5 rebounds on 2 of 5 shooting. We have Alicia Gray with 10 points. Rhyne Howard with 10 points, 3 steals, and 2 rebounds. 2 of 3 from 3-point range. And we have Haley Jones, 13 minutes, 2 points, 3 assists. 1 turnover. She's a -2 in her minutes. The only one out of the starters with a negative plus-minus. Bill Do, salute, bro. Really appreciate it. We got Nia Coffey off the bench, 9 minutes, no points. Naz Hellman, 2 points, 2 rebounds. We got Letitia Amahir with 2 points, 4 rebounds. Ariel Powers off the bench with 8 points to lead them. And Crystal Dangerfield with 2. Destiny Henderson with 0. We have Atlanta shooting 43% from the field, 44% from 3. They're shooting 84.6% from the line. And they have, I think they have, what is that? How many turnovers? That's 6 turnovers they have. Let's go down to Indiana. So Indiana, we have Carly Lou. I said Carly Lou. That's her sister. Her sister is Carly Samuelson. Plays for the Mystics. It's Katie Lou. I think they're sisters actually. Katie Lou Samuelson, 12 minutes, 1 point. Nalissa Smith with 14 to lead them, 14 points, 4 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston, 6 points. Only 1 rebound. She's been battling with Tina Charles. We have Christy Wallace, who got to start, 2 points in 10 minutes. And Caitlin Clark, 8 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 of 5 shooting from 3, 3 of 7 from the field, 2 turnovers, and 2 fouls. We have Temi Fagbenley off the bench with 4 points, 3 rebounds. She came in, gave good energy. Lexi Hall, 3 points. Grace Berger with 4, and Celeste Taylor with 6. And the rest of players are DNPs. Do not plays yet. Indiana shooting 46.3% from the field, 25% from 3. They got to improve that definitely. 66% from the free throw line. They have 8 turnovers and 10 fouls. So they have to ease those fouls and those turnovers. All right, so that's that for the Indiana Fever and the Atlanta Dream at the half. Let me get us ready for the third quarter. We have about 2 minutes, 50 seconds until the third quarter, according to the game clock that they have in the arena. Right. Yeah, let me close this down. It is what it is. Somebody will have the stream up for me. Segundo says, Caitlin Clark, game-winning shot, you're calling it? We'll see. Yakini, I'm going back to the comments, sorry. Keeney says, WNBA is competitive. She will not be a star overnight, and Indiana's Kelsey Mitchell team. Yeah. Kelsey Mitchell, excuse me, guys. Kelsey Mitchell, all-star last year for the Indiana Fever. She's out with a left ankle injury. I want to see what they're going to do when she comes back. If she's most likely going to get to start. Do they have Erica Wheeler come off the bench and start Caitlin? Everybody would say yes, but it depends. It's all up to the coach. It's all up to Coach Christie sides. James says Caitlin could have had at least 10 assists. Yeah, I mean, but that's the nature of of basketball. It takes two to get an assist. It takes the person passing and the person making the shot. So, unfortunately, at this time, as with all teams miss some shots. It's still preseason. Like, I think who was it? Zen Adams. I think he said earlier. It's still preseason. They're getting used to each other. Caitlin, this is their second not official, but second live game against another opponent. So let's give them some grace. Appreciate it, Z Rogers. Salute. Like Z did, everybody. If you like this type of content, like, subscribe to the channel. I did this season. This is my second season doing this. I started the Discord. It's the links in the description. I post a lot of news about the W, when I'm going to be streaming. If there's two teams at the same time, I'll post a poll in there or ask who you guys want to be streamed. I also do it on the YouTube as well in the community notes, so make sure you check those out. But just a place I post news about all the W teams. I do really focus on the Liberty, just so you guys know, so you're not shocked if you join it and see Liberty content all over. But I have rooms for all the different teams, the schedules, the national TV schedules and all that. So if you want, or if you feel so inclined, Discord link in the description. All right, so we have about 13 seconds before the halftime is over. And then we'll start this third quarter. The next stream I won't be doing tomorrow's game. The next stream I'll be doing is most likely on Monday. I think a week ago when training camp started, me and a couple of people in the chat, we went through all the teams, try to guess who's staying, who's going. On Monday, when that's completed, we'll go through and see if our predictions are right. Steven, I think that said Steven on the Twitch. Thanks for subscribing. Salute. And we're back in play, people. We are back in play. Yeah, James. Yeah, I know you've been subscribed, bro. Dawn, appreciate it. Ball back in play, guys. It's Atlanta's ball. All starters are on the floor. Appreciate everybody subscribing. And Atlanta misses. Ball quickly out. Alyssa Smith scores. And the Dream are on the board immediately. A assist from Caitlin Clark. And the Fever take the lead. Excuse me. Fever take the lead. Rhyne Howard over the Cheyenne. Ball gets stripped. Oh, good defense. They almost try to get the outlet, but Nalissa still throws it down the court. That was a terrible pass by Nalissa. No, moment was gone. She still tried to force it. Alicia Gray with the ball. With the Dream. Tina Charles, Aaliyah Boston. Tina Charles shoots right over her and scores. She's been doing that her whole career. And Atlanta retakes the lead. Zin says Cece will score 12 in the second half and none with 30. I guess we shall see. If I was a betting man, I would say no. But we shall see. Aaliyah Boston to the paint, and they call a travel. A travel on Aaliyah Boston. So ball back to the Dream. So it's all the starters on the floor for both teams. All the starters on the floor. Starters are on your screens. Haley Jones with the ball. Haley, hand off to Aerial Powers. Cheyenne Parker, her first three. Oh, she buries it. Cheyenne Parker, knocked down from three. She's capable of hitting that shot. Oh, good pass from Caitlin. Nalissa wasn't ready for it. That's the thing with the team. It's new players. They're not used to Caitlin throwing those passes, and Caitlin's used to throwing those passes. So it's going to take an adjustment period. Dream ball. Tina Charles almost turns it over, but gets it back, passes it to Cheyenne Parker. Cheyenne, another three, same spot, off the front rim. Caitlin with the rebound. Good outlet to Nalissa. That was perfect. And Nalissa smokes the layup. And, Cheyenne just rips it out of Aaliyah Boston's hand on the rebound. Now Cheyenne pushing the break. And they call a blocking foul on Katie Lou. I think her feet were on the semicircle, on the charge circle. So it's a blocking foul. She was moving. Her feet weren't even close. Excuse me. She looked like she was moving to the left. Yeah, she was moving. Yeah, Yakini. Tina Charles, the GOAT. Well, not the GOAT. A GOAT. A legend in the game. So Cheyenne Parker at the line to shoot free throws. She hits the first. Oh, excuse me, guys. Take a point away. It's 54-50. Cheyenne Parker at the line for the second, and she buries the second. Now we're at 55. Ball back at play. Christy Wallace into the game. Katie Lou for three. She hits the three. Katie Lou Samuelson hits the three. It's 55-53. Dream up. Haley Jones hand off to Aerial Powers. Aerial Powers to Cheyenne. Cheyenne handoff to Rhyne. Rhyne wide open three. Buries it. Rhyne Howard buries the three from the left wing, and it's 58-53. Yeah, I mean, she was out the league last year. I don't know why Atlanta brought her back. And there's a foul on Alicia Gray on Caitlin Clark. Yeah, I remember I went up to if you're from New York, before the Size bought the Liberty, James Dolan, the owner of the Knicks, had them and shipped them up to Westchester County in White Plains. We were playing in the county center, ball back in play, and I took my mom to I went with my mom to a couple games. Oh, good block by Aaliyah Boston, and it goes out of bounds off of Atlanta Fever Ball, and we were playing like in a hall. It was terrible. But I saw Tina Charles play there. Ball back at play with the Fever. That was like 2016, 17. Christy Wallace, Nalissa Smith, top of the key three, buries it. And it's a 2-point game, 58-56. Ball quickly back up with the Dream. Dream, oh, good backdoor by Ryan. And she smokes the layup. Tina Charles rebound, and they call another foul. Jesus. It's foul after foul after foul. Yeah, Yakini. Yeah, y'all definitely need a big, though. Foul. But Tina's holding her own. I don't know how long the old legs will hold up through a 40-game season. I mean, she got that the Olympic break to rest up, but it's going to be tough. 58-56. Tina Charles at the line hits the first. James says, if Indiana loses this game, I'll lost all about them making the playoffs. Nah, you can't judge them in preseason, my friend. You can't judge them in preseason. It's a long season. It's 40 games. The Liberty started off pretty rocky, but then we clicked towards the end. So same can happen for Indiana. She hits the second. It's 60-56. Christy Wallace with the ball. They still have the starters on the floor. Excuse me. Christy Wallace is dribbling. She's not a point guard, and Christy Wallace throws her right out of bounds. She's not a point guard. I don't know why they got her running the offense though. This is puzzling, but it ain't my team. Ball quickly back up with Crystal Dangerfield into the game for Haley Jones. Looks like Naz Hillman in the game as well. For Cheyenne Parker. Alicia Gray, deep three off the left rim. Caitlin Clark with the rebound. I think Caitlin, that's what I said. I think Caitlin would average around 4 or 5 rebounds a game. Caitlin Clark with the ball. She almost turns it over. They send a double at her. She goes behind the back to Aaliyah Boston. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin, they bring the double to her. Let's see what she does. Caitlin, 5 seconds. Oh, good cut by Christy Wallace. Oh, it was deflected, and it's a turnover. I don't know if that goes on Christy or Caitlin, but Atlanta's back quickly. Rhyne Howard, three-pointer, misses. Alicia Gray rebound, gets her shot blocked. Aaliyah Boston with the rebound. Oh, Caitlin Clark takes a deep three and grazes the front of the rim. That was deep. That was a deep three. Oh, good steal by Katie Lou. Bad pass. Katie Lou, let's see if she smokes this. And now she scores. Katie Lou with the steal and score. Oh, they still running the clock. Oh, there we go. Why are you triggering a replay right now? That is terrible. Ball back in play. Atlanta's ball. Crystal Dangerfield tries to take on Caitlin. She doesn't step. Oh, Caitlin with the block. And they call the my arms are out the screen. But the clear path take foul, transition take foul. That was great defense by Caitlin. she's much taller than Crystal Dangerfield. Crystal Dangerfield's like 5'5", 5'6". Tries to do an up and under. Caitlin blocks it, steals it, and fouls and gets fouled. She hits the transition take free throw, and the score is 60-59 with 5 minutes to go. Grace Berger into the game. Ikini says last power forward, Nia Coffey. Oh, I got you. Caitlin gets the ball on the inbound, guarded by Aerial Powers. Aerial Powers into the game. Caitlin drives left hand. She's doubled. Katie Lou for three. Oh, Katie Lou finds her shot, and Indiana retakes the lead, 62-60. I did say they needed to improve their 3-point percentage. Katie Lou, I guess, heard me. Nia Coffey over to Crystal Dangerfield. Tries to answer, misses. Katie Lou with the rebound. Katie Lou to Caitlin. Caitlin with the ball. Caitlin has it out to Katie Lou. Oh, they call a foul. They call a foul. It looks like Caitlin is going to the bench for a breather. Oh, they call a timeout. Look, might be immediate timeout here. Yeah, official timeout. 4 minutes, 34 seconds to go. Fever up 62-60. All right. Salute to everybody joining the Discord. Z, if Z, you're in here, I see you on the Discord. Salute. Hold on, drink some water. A little parched. All right, we back. All right, salute to everybody in the chat, YouTube and Twitch. Salute to all of you. Appreciate you all. We're here for Indiana versus Atlanta. This is Indiana's one and only preseason game at home. I think it was supposed to be tomorrow, but since the Pacers and the Fever share the same arena, they had to move it to today. But listen, we'll take it. We will take it. Yeah, Yakini, the turnovers killing y'all. Sigmund Silber, salute. Thanks for joining. So we're at an officials timeout right now. 4 minutes, 34 seconds to go. Let me run my clock a little bit just to get as accurate as possible. Went a little quick, but you get it. Yeah, Katie Lou, she struggled in the first half. She didn't play in the first preseason game. So this is her first game action. She just had a baby, I think, this off season. So she's getting back into basketball. Playing again. Oh man, this man's arms is flapping. Getting back into basketball up and down shape against another team. She only had 1 point in the first half. She's come out and hit 2 threes, I believe, in this second half. She's up to 9 points. Caitlin Clark, 9 points, 6 assists, 8 rebounds. She's on triple-double watch if she plays the whole game. Aaliyah Boston with 6 points, 2 rebounds. I could see her doing that. If anything, I could see her averaging close to a triple-double. She has 8 rebounds and 6 assists so far. That would be dope, though, if she could. That would be dope. So, Letitia M here in the game for Tina Charles. They're coming back to the game now, people. They're coming back to the game now. They're showing the replay of the little run that the Fever had. Caitlin Clark with the block, and then gets the assist to Katie Lou. We back in play with the Fever. Caitlin over to Temi Fagbenle. Hand off to Grace Berger. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin for 3. Oh, off right. The 3-point shot has not been there for her. She's, I think, 1 for 6 right now. It's just been a little either to the right or to the left. Ball back in play with the Dream. Crystal Dangerfield. Hand off to... Who's this? Oh, Aerial Powers. Aerial Powers here is throwing me off. I'm not used to seeing her with this long ponytail thing. Still with Atlanta. Aerial Powers to inbound over to Nas Hillman. Aerial Powers with the ball. Aerial Powers guarded by Caitlin Clark. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Letitia M here, all the way at the 3-point line. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They don't call anything, and the Indiana gets a steal with Grace Berger. RC, my guy. I guess you made it home. Salute, my boy. Caitlin Clark with the ball, guarded by Nas Hillman on the island. Oh, she gets a good pass, and they call a foul. That was a good pass. Aaliyah Boston gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Saguna Jay, love your impartial calls. You do, I appreciate it, bro. I try to be as impartial as possible. I try to be as unbiased as possible. James says my starting 5 for the Fever: CC, Boston, Lou, Mitchell. CC, Boston, Lou, Mitchell. You're missing one, and Nalissa Smith is the last one because she's definitely starting. All right, so Aaliyah Boston is at the line for free throws. She missed the first and makes the second. It's 63-60. Fever up, under 4 minutes to go. Dream quickly up the court. Crystal Dangerfield back to Aerial Powers. Pump fake back to Crystal. It looks like the Fever are in a 2-3 zone right now. Crystal gets into the middle and misses. Aaliyah Boston with the rebound out to Caitlin Clark. She crosses half court. Half court. Screened by Aaliyah Boston. They run the hedge at her. She avoids it. Oh, hezzy move, floater, and she's looking for the foul call. They don't call it. Nia Coffey with the rebound. Caitlin Clark still in the backcourt. Trying to get back into the play. Coffey drives. One-legged, fall away, bounces off the right, and Temi Fagbenle with the rebound. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin up the court quickly. Oh, does a nice little spin. Gets into the paint. Out to Temi. Back to Caitlin. Left side of the floor. Aaliyah Boston in the post. Guarded by Letitia Amahir. Post move. Oh, down to Temi. Cuts and scored. That was a great cut by Temi Fagbenle. Good assist by Aaliyah Boston. 65-60 Indiana. I'll look at the chat in a second, guys. Just don't want to miss anything here. Aerial Powers with the ball. Crystal Dangerfield on the right side of the floor. Guarded by Caitlin. They're still in this zone. 2-3 zone. It's going to force Atlanta to shoot. That's what the zone does. It forces you to shoot. Aerial Powers, jumper, misses. Rebound, Grace Berger. She's by herself, so she slows it down. Looking for Caitlin. Oh, Caitlin wide open. Caitlin Clark 3. Oh, Caitlin Clark for 3. And it looks like, do they call a timeout? Yes, they do. Atlanta calls a timeout. Caitlin, a little struggle from 3, but they left her wide open, right side of the floor, right wing, buries it. Caitlin Clark up to 12 points. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 for 8 from 3. Listen, in the preseason, the stats get erased anyway, so get them shots up. Just keep shooting that thing. It's a 20-second timeout, I believe. Looking at the chat now. So I just answered that question for Chris. Caitlin got 12 points now. Douglas says, I'm going to do Caitlin a favor every time I watch she misses. Oh, man. Bill says CC average double-double like she's the big O. We'll see. We shall see. You can say, I'm not worried. Indiana always full. Come on, Yakini. You're not wrong. Let me stop. John Taylor, the LeBron story all over again. Yeah, you know how that go. Chris says, shoot or shoot. RC says 12 points. Well, she probably ain't gonna get 30. Yeah, Yakini was on your head top. Talk about 30. Unless she goes Michael Jeffrey Jordan in the 4th. All right, so they're showing Aaliyah Boston stats from last year: 14.5 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.3 blocks, 58% from the field. And she was pretty good. That's why she was Rookie of the Year. Last year, Aaliyah Boston, 2023, #1 overall draft pick out of South Carolina. Sigmund says 15 points a day, 50 points a game is just fine. That's what I was saying. 15 points a game is totally fine. That's not bad at all. Ball back in play, though, with Atlanta. Indiana, this third quarter has been all Indiana. Aerial Powers with the ball The Dream look a little confused here. They find a Letitia Amir in the post. Letitia Amir tries to bump. They call a 3. Oh, offensive 3. Offensive 3-second violation. It goes back to the Fever. John says Caitlin has to drag the rest of them to a championship. I wouldn't say drag. It's a team effort. Aaliyah Boston, Rookie of the Year. Nalissa Smith, she's a solid player, so they're gonna help her just as much as she helps them. And they call a foul? That didn't look like a foul though. But Temi Fagbenley, she's been a spark. I think she's gonna make this team. She's been a real spark here. Caitlin Clark gets off the screen. Temi, nice lead bounce pass, and they call a foul on Nia Coffey there. Yeah, I know what you meant, Sigmund. I knew exactly what you meant. Caitlin is up to 6 assists. She has 12 points, 6 assists, 8 rebounds. James said, Jay, are you doing the Fever and Sun and Liberty and Fever? I'll be doing the Liberty and Fever game on Thursday. That game is on Amazon Prime. So that'll be an official game. That'll be the second game of the season for both teams. There'll be a watch along for that. I'll be doing the Mystics game on the start of the season. That's opening day. And then after that, we'll see what happens. I think there was a challenge here. They're gonna see if she really fouled her. So that's what the Dream are doing. Oh man, they got the 4 box for the review. They trying to show us everything. Okay, I see what's going on. Looking at the chat, let's see. I had the Fever going for 20 wins this season. That'll be an improvement over last year. So I'll take it. If they go 20-20, that's 500. Robert says should have like 12 assists if people could finish. Yeah, it's preseason. Once they get used to where she likes to pass the ball in her angle of passes, then they'll be fine. It's like if you go to the park and you're playing with a random person, you don't know where they like the ball or where they like to pass the ball, how they pass the ball. So this is their second preseason game, second time playing against a live opponent together. So give it some time. Now, if we're at game 30 and they're still confused, then we have an issue. I think the Dream haven't scored in 5 minutes. Yeah, they've struggled. They've scored 11 points in this quarter. The Fever have scored 20. The Dream have scored 11. John Taylor says it seems similar to Braun's story. Think about it. He was drafted 20 years ago. He became the greatest, and he had to drag a bunch of subpar players to the finals. That Cleveland team. I see where you're going with it. But, I don't know about that one. Yeah, Bill, that 2-3 zone is really working. The Dream don't have a lot of shooting on the floor right now. They're trying to get the ball into the post, which is not what you really do against the zone. The zone is shoot or you get into the middle of the paint, and when they converge on you, you can dish and swish. But they're trying to just post Letitia Amir here from like the mid post, and that's not really going to get it done. Sherry Wilson, salute to you. Iowa Hawkeye here, enjoying your call. Of course, appreciate it. Thank you for joining. RC says, Jay, when they change the floor I don't know when they changed it. That's interesting. I don't know when they changed it. Maybe once Kate, who knows when they changed it. Maybe they did something for the Pacers. I don't know. It looks like a fake college court with the 3-point line, a different shade of brown or different designs on it. It's interesting. Lorella Kubai is not playing tonight. She's still ball back at play with the Dream. I think they overturned it. Yeah, they did overturn it. Lorella Kubai she was playing overseas, so she still hasn't reported to camp yet. Aerial Powers with the ball, almost turns it over. Destiny Henderson for the Dream is in the game. Passes over to Nia Coffey, the lefty 3, and she buries it. 63-68. We're approaching a minute to go. Temi over to Caitlin Clark, left side of the floor. Ball almost goes out of bounds. Alyssa Smith saves it out to Caitlin. There's only 10 seconds on the shot clock. She's by half court. She's calling for the screen. Gets the screen. Caitlin Clark. Good pass to Temi, and they call a blocking foul on Nia Coffey. I think her foot was on the semicircle that time. Yeah, so Lorella Kubai, I almost said Antonio. This says Antonino. She should be on her way back. I forgot where she was playing this year. I don't know if she was playing back in Italy, but she should be back, I guess, by the weekend. I mean, she has to be back. She has to get some sort of training camp minutes, you know? She hasn't played with this. I think Liberty drafted her and we traded her to Atlanta, if I remember correctly. Temi Fagbenle with the free throw for the Fever. Score is 69-63. About a minute to go in the third quarter. Steven, appreciate that, bro. I'm going to put this up here so I know that from it's 70-63. Thank you. Destiny Henderson with the ball. The zone is really working. They get into the middle. You got to move quickly against the zone. Nia Coffey, other side. She is a lefty. It's interesting. And she buries the three. 70-66. We're approaching 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Dream. The offense got bogged down by that 2-3 zone. And the Fever started hitting threes. Caitlin Clark, left wing three. Oh, off the back rim. It hits the backboard and goes out of bounds. Oh, it ends up bouncing in, but once it hits the top on the shot clock, it's no longer a valid basket. Oh, hold on. They took a point away. I think they called that a 2. I'm going to take a point away. The score is 70-66. There we go. And let me add one here for them. There we go. 70-66. Ball back in play. Oh, I think I know what happened. I think I hit the wrong button. There's actually 20 seconds to go, guys. 20 seconds to go. Aerial Powers over to, who's this? Nia Coffey. She gets blocked by Celeste Taylor. Letitia M here goes up and she misses. Rebound. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. Caitlin with the ball. 5, 4, in and out dribble. 3, 2, Caitlin doesn't even see the shot clock. Oh, and she steps out of bounds. She was not even looking at the shot clock. She had a wide open. She had to go there. It's unfortunate, but it's only 0.7 seconds left on the clock. Ball in play, and that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the third quarter, the score is Indiana 70. Atlanta 66. Looking at the comments. Sorry guys, I was trying to make sure I got the call right there. Oh, Antonino says he saw her team. Yeah, she's not back yet. John Raymond, thank you for doing it. Of course, bro. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Atlanta is charging back. Yeah, they are. It's gonna be another close preseason game for the Fever. Let's see if the results are on the positive side. Caitlin defends like she's sitting around thinking of, nah, come on, man. This guy's crazy. Oh, this guy is crazy. Yeah, 2007, I'm just saying, bro, it's funny. Clark needs to drive the ball more. Yeah, when she drives, they converge around her, and then she could just spray it around. And she hasn't been doing that. Her stats are 12.8. Oh, she's still on 12 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. 2 for 9 from 3. Like I said, shoot or shoot. So get all the shots up now. Sigmund Silver, that was bad. Yeah, bro. That's not ideal. So that comes with playing. That comes with more play time. I think in college the shot clock is 30 seconds if I'm not mistaken. Now in the W it's 24. You lose 6 seconds. You got to get used to looking up at the clock. It's right above the backboard. All right, how much time do I have left? All right. Do I need to attack now? Do I need to shoot now? She was looking to pass with 2 seconds left from half court. At that point, you got to just go. But it'll come with experience. She'll be fine. She will be fine. Let's reset everything, get everything ready for the fourth and final quarter of this game. Appreciate you all for tuning in. I started this channel last year doing a lot of Liberty watch-alongs, and I was like, I'm already watching a bunch of other W games. I might as well do all watch-alongs. So whenever I have time when the Liberty aren't playing, I'll be doing a watch-along for the team. I'll be posting in the community notes some polls if two teams are playing at a certain time, which team you guys want to see, and we'll go with that team. That'll probably be the day before the game, so I can get everything prepared. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn those noti bells on. I will not be doing the watch along for the game tomorrow. I will be next watch along I'll be doing is on opening day, May 14th, Liberty versus Mystics. I know the Fever play at that time as well. That game, I believe, is on ESPN2. I did see that if it'll be the first game ever streamed on the new Disney Plus or whatever it's called now. So check your local listings or the WNBA app to see where you can catch the game on national TV. All right. Fourth quarter about to start, people. Fourth quarter about to start. James says, look on the bright side. At least stay not behind by 40. Yeah. Let's not talk about that one, James. I did the Men in Black, the Flash for that one. That game is erased from my memory. Ball back at play with the Fever to start this fourth quarter. Is who's on the floor? It's Christy Wallace, Aaliyah Boston, Nalissa Smith, Celeste Taylor, Katie Lou. Nalissa Smith gets into the paint, gets blocked. Aaliyah Boston rebound and scores. So the Fever score first. And Celeste Taylor knocks the ball out of bounds. She's playing aggressive defense. She's fighting for that spot. I respect it. Sigma says, how do we find out when you are chatting? You're a real cool dude. Just like turn noti bells on and subscribe. Oh, good steal. Hold on, I'll get back to you. Christy Wallace with the steal. 1-2. Oh, Destiny Henderson, great defense, but Christy Wallace gets it back. Celeste Taylor pump fake in the corner. Back to Christy Wallace. That was great defense. Aaliyah Boston, they call a foul. Hey Jay, real cool dude. Yeah. So I'm usually on YouTube all the time. I did in the link below. There's a Discord server where we could chat about all things WNBA. It's basically just like a community that I'm trying to build here, where we can all get all the W news we want. Talk about different moves, things like that. Aaliyah Boston with the ball. Nalissa Smith left wing three. She misses. Good rebound by Naz Hillman. It's 72-66, approaching 9 minutes to go in the final quarter. It's Aerial Powers, Destiny Henderson, Nia Coffey, Naz Hillman, and who is that? That looks like Khadijah Cave, I think. I don't know who that is. Yep, Khadijah Cave. And Atlanta misses his Indiana ball. Christy Wallace over to Nalissa. I'll look at the chat in a second. Nalissa, and they call a foul. Stopping the clock. Daniel, my guy, what's going on? I was just saying a couple minutes ago, we're gonna be doing that final roster evaluation that we did the other day. We're gonna be doing that on Sunday or Monday. I'll put a notification out for that. Yeah, they need to bring Rhyne back in the game. This offense is a little bogged down here for the Dream. But it's Indiana inbounding to Christy Wallace. Christy Wallace to Aaliyah Boston by the foul line. Drives. Oh, spin move. Goes up and scores. That's barbecue chicken alert. Sorry to, who's that? Khadijah Cave, but your barbecue chicken down there. Aerial Powers off the screen. She throws it up and they called a foul. Foul on Celeste Taylor. All right, looking at the chat now. Antonino, good job as a speaker stream. In addition, I think I can understand 80% of your spoken English. No problem. I try to be as clear as possible. I appreciate that. Daniel says, when are you? Oh, that's funny. You just asked that. Yeah, that's going to be Sunday or Monday. Whenever that last day, the 13th is that a Monday? I think the 13th is a Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So if the 13th is a Monday, we'll do it that evening. Sigmund says, subscribe gets you to YouTube, but it may be the replay. No problem. And who was that? 2 free throws were hit. Am I right? Yep. Ball back in play. Score is 74-68. Christy Wallace gets into the paint and scores. 76-68, 8 minutes to go. Destiny Henderson over to Aerial Powers. Nas Hillman with the ball right in front of the Indiana bench. Over to Nia Coffey. Back to Aerial Powers. Aerial Powers guarded by Christy Wallace. They still in the zone. The zone has worked. Oh, good cut by Nia Coffey. Bad pass, though. Destiny Henderson with 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Spin move, 2 seconds. She throws it up and misses. Rebound by Khadijah Cave. That's a jump ball. Thank you, Sigmund. Yeah, so Monday around 6, 7 p.m., once I believe that the teams will have made their final roster decisions, we'll go over, who was that, Daniel? I think it was. We'll go over what we discussed a week ago and what the final thing was. I already got a bunch wrong. I've been updating it as we go, as they waive some players, and I already got some horribly wrong. Nalissa Smith game has improved a lot. It really has. But we'll see if she gets that most improved. It'll be interesting. Aaliyah Boston jump ball. And the Fever get it. G-Funk, appreciate it, bro. Salute to you. Salute. Katie Lou over to Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull guarded tight by Nia Coffey. Aaliyah Boston has the ball. She's out by the foul line. She picks up her dribble over to Katie Lou. 6 seconds. Katie Lou, 3, right wing, and she's off left. Rebound by Nia Coffey out to Crystal Dangerfield. Quickly. Oh, she tries to fit it in there. It gets deflected. Stays Dream basketball. Dream inbounding under the basket. Crystal Dangerfield to Nia Coffey. Over to Nas Hillman. She dribbles left, hands it off to Destiny Henderson. 10 seconds on the clock. Oh, good cut by Crystal Dangerfield. And they score. Dream scores Crystal Dangerfield. 76-70. Diana, appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Celeste Taylor, right wing. She's had a decent game. Celeste Taylor. Who's this? Aaliyah Boston, top of the key. Aaliyah, corner to Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull, 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Katie Lou throws it up. That's off. And she almost gets... Oh, that's a foul. That got to be a foul. And Katie Lou runs into Crystal Dangerfield, and she gets the offensive foul. The loose ball foul, to be precise. 76-70. Fever trying to hang on for their first win of the preseason. Word. Let me put this up here. There we go. Salute to RC. That's my guy. Ball back in play. Ball back in play with the Dream. 76-70, approaching 6 minutes to go in this game. It's been a good one. Dream went out quick. Fever clawed back in the third. Crystal Dangerfield over to Coffey. Oh, then that was a bad entry pass to Cave, and Fever steal the ball. Celeste over to Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull stops. Pops. 3 is off. And they call a foul on the 3-point shot. The cardinal sin of basketball. Nia Coffey fouling a 3-point shooter. That's not what you do. Lexi Hull, for her career, is only like a 25% 3-point shooter. You play the percentages, but easy for me to say sitting here in the chair on the screen. Lexi Hull misses the first free throw. Let me see what my Liberty are doing. Liberty, oh, they up. They actually decided to play basketball today. Lexi Hull hits the second. I hope somebody got an archive of that game. I really want to watch it afterwards. They kept killing the stream. Mom, if you're still on here, I don't know if they made another link. I'm sorry. Lexi Hull for the third free throw. And she bricks. She hits only 1 out of 3 free throws. So Atlanta escape. Who's this? That's Nas Hillman. Crystal Dangerfield, I don't know what she was thinking. Crystal Dangerfield tried to go up on Aaliyah Boston, got that shot blocked. Grace Berger over to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark with the drive. Caitlin gets the ball stolen. Oh, they call a foul on Aerial Powers. Looks like Katie Lou is limping a little bit. That's not what you want to see. They're going to take her out. Man, RC said fire Lexi Hull like Darvin Ham. Come on, dog. I told people already about Lexi, but some people disputed my findings on my research on her. But that's neither here nor there. Timeout called by the Fever. I'm assuming Katie Lou is gonna come out. They don't want to risk any injuries to her before the season officially starts. All right, stat check, people. Stat check. Let me take a look at the box score here. Cheyenne Parker with 11 and 3 assists. Tina Charles with 10. I don't think she's played in a little bit. Alicia Gray, 10 points. Rhyne Howard, I don't think she's played. She's only played 16 minutes. I don't think she's played that whole since like the midway point of the third quarter. She has 13. Haley Jones hasn't played either. Kadisha Cave, no points. She's out of here, I think. Nia Coffey, respectfully, I don't want to like disregard her game, but she's not going to make the team. Excuse me. Nia Coffey with 6 points. Naz Hillman, 2. Letitia Amher, 2. Ariel Powers with 10. Dangerfield with 4. Destiny Henderson with 0. If you didn't know, Jordan Canada is the starting point guard for the Dream. She's out with a broken hand. I have it in the ticker scrolling at the bottom. So is Lorella Kubai. She is coming back from overseas play. She has not made it to the team yet. For the Indiana Fever, Katie Lou with 9. Nalissa Smith with 19. Boston with 11 points and 4 rebounds. Christy Wallace with 4. Caitlin Clark with 12. 8 rebounds. She's still into 12, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. She does have 5 turnovers, some of her own doing, some miscommunication between her and her teammates. The bench, Temi Fagbenle with 8 and 5 rebounds. Lexi Hull with 4 points. Grace Berger with 4 points. And Celeste Taylor with 6. With 2 blocks for her as well. All right, looking at the chat. Sorry, guys. What did I miss? What should be a sellout? I'll see a few empty seats. The thing with this game, James, is that the game was originally supposed to be tomorrow. They had to move it today because the Pacers are playing at this same arena tomorrow. So maybe that had something to do with the people couldn't make the game, or people traveling to Indiana for the game couldn't adjust their schedule. So it could have something to do with that. So I'll take that with a grain of salt there. Daniel says, Jay, do you think Sandy Brandola gets a coaching? If they lose this season, bro, everything, all the cards are on the table. Then they're gonna have to make some changes. My opinion. John says Fever not playing hard enough. It seems. It's preseason. You want to play. You want to balance it between playing hard and still preserving yourself for the season. James says if Indiana wants to make the playoffs, they need to play harder. Yeah, of course. But remember, guys, it's preseason. You don't want to burn yourself out in preseason. You still got 40 games to go. And then if you make the playoffs, you got more. So it's still a feeling out process. So you just got to give it time. It's not going to be immediate. You just got to give it some time. Give it some time. They're doing reviews. They're doing a review. I don't know what's going on here. I guess they're trying to see who is it out of bounds on, or if it's a foul. They got the 4 box up. This is new. If you're watching the actual feed, they never really put the 4 box up when they show the replay center, but I guess they're trying to be more transparent, give everybody the different angles. Yeah, like what Robert said. I'm gonna put this up here. Yeah, they've been working hard. If you guys have been following the Fever YouTube channel, I'm not a Fever fan, but I've been trying to keep up with what they got going on. They look like they've been working pretty hard. They having like media sessions after every practice. It's a lot of content they're pushing out there, and a lot of work they're doing to try and get this team to be as good as they can. So give them some time. At the 20 game mark, we'll evaluate how they're doing. And then the last 20 after the Olympic break is the race to the finish, and we'll see where they fall. I have them as a bubble team. I know some people have them higher, some people have them lower. I have them right there, 8 seed, 9 seed. The last game of the season is going to determine where they fall. That's my opinion. That's granted everybody stays healthy, of course. All right, so it looks like they finally decided what happens. It stays Indiana ball. Caitlin inbounds. Oh, that's an offensive foul. That's an offensive foul on Alyssa Smith. No, they call it. Yes, okay. I was gonna say they got to be offensive. Word. What Daniel said. Make sure you like, subscribe. Everybody who's just joining. Appreciate you all for tuning in on this. What's today? Thursday. This Thursday evening. It's what time is it? 8, about to be 9 p.m. here on the East Coast. Appreciate you all. Ball back in play with the Dream. Kadisha Cave with the rebound over the aerial powers, and Grace Burgers gets the steal over to Caitlin Clark. She picks up her dribble, but they left her open. Caitlin Clark. Oh, they get right back to her. I think they're back in a man-to-man. They throw the hedge at Caitlin. Temmie right at the foul line. She goes. Oh, gets blocked, and they call a traveling. Do they call travel? Yeah, they call a traveling violation on Temmie Fag-Benley. So the score is still 77-70. We're in a little bit of a drought here. Ball in play. Destiny Henderson over to Letitia Amma here. Aerial Powers drives. They don't call anything. Aerial Powers goes back up and misses. And rebound Alyssa Smith. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. Over to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark comes off the screen. Caitlin Clark she drives. She gets into the paint. Bounce past to Lexi Hull. Grace Berger pump fake. Foul line jumper is good. Now Grace got a nice little joint there. Okay. Oh, clock is stopped. My bad. It looked like Alyssa Smith fell there. They're trying to wipe up the sweat. Players falling, bumbling, and stumbling. Atlanta inbounds the ball. 79-70 Indiana. Ball in play. Destiny Henderson handoff to Aerial Powers. Over to Crystal Dangerfield. Dangerfield to Letitia Amma here. They're back in this zone. They stayed in this zone. Letitia Amma goes up and gets blocked. Good block by Temmie. She got to make the roster. She's been really solid at the center minutes, the backup center minutes. She comes over. It might have been a foul, but they let it rock. Aerial Powers at the foul line. She's been a little quiet. One leg step back and she misses. Rebound by Temmie. And she's dribbling. Oh, she almost turns it over. They give the ball to Nalissa, who gets it to Caitlin. Caitlin over to Grace Berger. We're at 4 minutes to go, people. Grace Berger spins into the paint. She tries to bounce past Steele. Dream have the ball. Destiny Henderson gets the ball tipped from behind, unaware, and it's still Dream basketball. Looking at the chat. Ball back in play with the Dream. The zone is really affecting them. They don't really have any shooters on the floor. Crystal gets into the paint, drop off to Letitia. She throws it up and scores. 79-72. Christy Sides calls a timeout. So we're at 3 minutes, 47 seconds to go in this game, people. 3 minutes, 47 seconds to go. The Fever are up 79-72. All right, let me look at the chat. Let's see. RCJ, Caitlin's team must really lock all the way in. Otherwise, I'm watching the Iowa Fever. No, come on, dog. Nalissa hooping. Nalissa is hooping. Who else is hooping? Nalissa hooping. Aaliyah Boston doing her thing. Katie Lou was doing her thing a little bit. Temmie is 8.6 rebounds in 15 minutes. She doing her thing off the bench. Lexi Hull, I told y'all about her already. I don't see what y'all see, man. Somebody was talking about UA. Sorry, I said UA. Athletes Unlimited. That's different than the W. I don't see it. I don't see it. Back to the chat. Preseason is good for players trying to make the team. Yeah, this is their last chance to get live game footage on tape before they have to make their cuts. So, RC says, since they're sold out, I can't get an Indiana Fever Caitlin jersey, but I can get a Caitlin Clark Iowa jersey for $10.90. Where you getting that off from? DHgate? Where you getting that from, bro? Nah, Tina is past Tina bedtime. She off the court. Nah, I'm messing with you. Tina, she gave them a good 15, 16 minutes, and she getting herself ready for the season. Nah, you do. Bro, you be trolling this chat, but I love it, bro. It makes me laugh. It really does. Yakin, they playing the bench. Yeah, it's bench time. It's time for Khadijah. Is her name Khadijah? Yeah, Khadijah Cave, Destiny Henderson, Letitia Amahir. It's time for these people to see if they can make the team. We already know Tina and Ryan and all of them gonna make it. Let's see. Okay. Cool. So I'm all caught up in the chat. Oh man, my Liberty losing now. What's that say? 48 seconds? We about to lose? They probably playing the bench. I'm not even gonna look. I need to hope somebody on YouTube got the archive footage, because I do definitely want to see that game. See what the players did in that game. All right, cool. So we're coming back to the end of this game, guys. It's been a good one. We've had a game. It's been a game of runs. The thing that changed this game is when the Fever threw in that 2-3 zone against the non-shooters of the Atlanta Dream. All right, ball being inbounded with the Fever. Grace Berger, Nalissa Smith, Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, and Katie Lou. Grace over to Caitlin, top of the key, guarded tightly over to Katie Lou. Handoff back to Caitlin. She gets the screen. I see bounce pass. See, that Caitlin's getting predictable with that bounce pass off the screen, looking for the Aaliyah Boston slip. She turns it over. Letitia Amahir drives, gets the rebound. Who's that? Khadijah Cave scores. Yeah, I added points to the wrong team. It's 79-74. Yeah, Caitlin got to stop. She's being a little bit predictable with that bounce pass. Aaliyah Boston for 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound, Destiny Henderson. 3 minutes to go, people. 3 minutes to go. Destiny Henderson up the court. Over the... Man, they have 2 short guards on the court. Crystal Dangerfield crossover on Caitlin and scores. And they call a timeout. Christy Sides calls an immediate timeout. 79-76. Atlanta scores 2 quick baskets. And Christy Sides calls a timeout. Crystal Dangerfield came up the court quick, hit a little with a 1-2 mid-range jumper, and forces a timeout. That's funny. They have Destiny Henderson. Can't be more than 5'7". Crystal Dangerfield, I think, is 5'6", and they both running guards right now. Yeah, that was unnecessary by Boston, that 3-point shot. Yeah, Lexi Hull. Yeah, bro. I'm tired of talking about Lexi. Hull, that is. Yeah, Bill. Temi definitely needs to make this roster. She's shown things in these both games that I've liked. Her energy on the boards. She could finish around the basket. I like what I see from the backup center position from Temi. All right, I think we're in a 20-second timeout right now. 20-second timeout. They're showing the upcoming national schedule on Tuesday. I know there's a lot of Fever fans in here. You guys play the Connecticut Sun, 7 o'clock. Mark your calendars. I won't be broadcasting it. Doing a watch along for it, but you can definitely catch it on ESPN2, I believe. So make sure you're tuned in for Caitlin's official WNBA debut. So it's Fever ball, 79-76, a little under 3 minutes to go. Let's see how this ends. And the ball's inbounded to Grace Berger. Don't blame Aaliyah Boston. It'll be the team's fault. It'll be the team's fault, James. It's not just one player. They call a foul on, I think, Aerial Powers, that is. Yep, it is. Oh, they in the bonus? Come on. So, Indiana is in the bonus. So from now on, any foul, they'll be shooting free throws. Katie Lou at the line. She buries the first. Yeah, Tina Charles, she's been solid on the board. She has 7 rebounds in 18 minutes today. Let's see if it carries over. Katie Lou hits both, and it's 81-76. Katie Lou up to 11 points. Aerial Powers with the ball. I think the Fever have gone back to man-to-man. Man-to-man defense here. No more zone. Aerial Powers hand off to Crystal Dangerfield. Under 10 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock, I mean, sorry. Crystal Dangerfield, whoa. And she throws it. She tries to hit a floater and hits the top of the shot clock before anything. And it's Fever basketball. Caitlin is doing okay. The turnovers could be better. But she's doing all right. Caitlin with the ball as we speak. They just inbounded. Caitlin with 12 points. She's still with the 12 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. She does have 6 turnovers, which is not good. Katie Lou, handoff to Aaliyah Boston. Back to Katie. Katie, mid-range jumper, misses and rebound. Crystal Dangerfield. So it looks like all the starters besides Christy Wallace are in the game. Aerial Powers, mid-range jumper, misses, rebound. Nalissa Smith, and we're approaching a minute, 90 seconds to go in this game. Grace Berger running the point now. Grace Berger down to Aaliyah Boston by the 3-point line. Oh, good pass to Grace Berger. She dribbles it out. Nalissa Smith, pump fake, drives. 1-2, and scores! Nalissa Smith. It's 83-76, a minute 30 to go. Crystal Dangerfield with the ball over to Aerial Powers. She's been struggling. Destiny Henderson calling the play out, calling for the screen. Gets the screen from Cave. Back to Cave. Cave dribbles 1-2 and gets her shot blocked. Aaliyah Boston with the block. Dream should have had the lead by now. Yeah, I mean, they're playing the bench, bro. There ain't no starters in this game right now. Jay, Indiana going 34. This man, you're Captain Hook, bro. Man, this man said 34-6. And who's that? Letitia Amahir drives and scores to cut the lead to 83-78. Ball back in play. A minute to go, people. 1 minute to go. It's a 5-point game here. Atlanta needs a stop. Aaliyah Boston. 10-foot, one. They call a travel on Aaliyah Boston. I don't think that was a travel, though. Do they have a challenge? I don't know if they do, but they call travel on Boston. Ball back at play. If Atlanta can't score here, this might be curtains. Destiny Henderson drives. Out to Letitia. Letitia has him 1-2. Goes up, and Letitia Amahir trying to put the team on her back. It's a 3-point game with 40 seconds to go, people. Yeah, John, I might be in agreement with you there. Caitlin Clark with the ball. It's a 3-point game, people. 30 seconds to go. They throw the double. Aaliyah Boston. Oh, Aaliyah Boston turns the ball over. She gets her shot blocked and it goes out of bounds. 25 seconds to go here. Another close Fever preseason game. Let's see what happens. Ball inbounded. My clock's a little fast. It's 25 seconds. I'm going to start it when we get close. Destiny Henderson with the ball. 20 seconds. 19. 18. Oh, and a timeout was called as soon as I start the clock. I'm going to reset it. There's 19.1 seconds left. There's a 1 second difference between shot clock and the game clock. 19 seconds to go, people. 19. Let me get that reset for us so we can be as accurate as possible here. 19 seconds to go. Man, what do we think? We think overtime? We think Fever winning in regulation? What was happening? Bench for starters and still photo. Kitty, you something else. Yeah, execution wonky. Yeah, it is. They're still trying to figure each other out. It's like Caitlin's like, oh, I know I gotta feed Boston. Boston's our person. And then Caitlin's like, should I shoot? Oh no, I gotta feed Boston. Boston's like, man, I gotta make something happen. Shot block, trying to do too much. G-Funk says 6 turnovers from a rookie. She'll clean that up. It's her second professional game. She'll clean it up. Mike Breen, nah, they're not gonna have him. I think he's gonna be calling. I guess he enjoys his summers off. Mike Breen, that man, he be calling games for the Knicks and for ABC, ESPN. So he needs to rest his voice. Boston is the truth. Yeah, she's having a little bit of a struggle here coming down the stretch, but she still has 11 points. She does have 4 turnovers. She has 4 blocks and 2 steals, so she's doing things on defense. Oh, the Liberty won. Oh, they did. The Liberty won. Look at that. Thanks, Mom. I wasn't even looking at that. This game's been pretty good. Fever get first win, even with a bad coach. Yeah, we'll see what they do with Christy Size. That's going to be interesting. All right, they're coming back, guys. 83-80. Ball to be inbounded now. Destiny Henderson with the ball. 17 seconds. 16. 15 seconds. Over to Crystal Dangerfield. Top of the key. Over to Kadisha Cave. Aerial powers off the screen. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Oh, good defense by Grace Berger. She gets the game-saving block. Wow. Atlanta looks so confused. The Fever defense was flying all over. Aerial Powers with the pump fake tries to sidestep. And Grace Berger with the block. Shot clock violation. This game, 1.9 seconds left. Sorry, it says 0 on the clock, but it's 1.9 seconds left to go. They just have to inbound the ball. And this game is over. And there it is. There it is, people. The Fever come down to another last-second game. This time they're on the defensive end. They get the block. Grace Berger with the block to seal the game. And that's how it ends. Indiana Fever 83. Atlanta Dream 80. Last game of the preseason for both teams. Next time they'll see each other is sometime in the season. Wow, that was a good one. A quick stat check before we all head out. Caitlin Clark finishes with 12 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists for the Fever, 6 turnovers that she'll clean up. 11 from Samuelson, 12 from Nalissa Smith. Sorry, 21 from Nalissa Smith, 11 from Boston. And then the bench contributed with 6, 12, 16, 24 points. For this Dream, who led the way? 13 points from Rhyne Howard, and she didn't play basically the whole second half. Everybody else contributed pretty well. The bench, pretty shaky besides Aerial Powers, and even then she was 2 for 13, but that's Aerial Powers in a nutshell. Guys, appreciate you all the thanks. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining the call. Next time watch along will be on Tuesday for the Liberty versus the Mystics. That will be the season opener, the W season opener. There's about 4 games going on that night. Make sure if you haven't, get WNBA League Pass. Be able to watch all these games. Support the league. It's growing. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Salute to all the regulars, all the newcomers. Make sure if you're new on the way out, leave a like, subscribe. I'll be on all the time. Link to the Discord is in the description. If you like Discord, I'll be posting a lot of things in there before they reach YouTube. So be on that. I will be doing a stream on Monday when they do all the roster cuts to see who makes the team, who didn't make the team, and updated predictions for the season. All right. So until next time, guys, I'm Jay Jordan. Again, appreciate you all. I'm out. Salute.